This is Boston, nearly 400 years old, and a franchise that was the first U.S. team in the NHL back in 1924 called the Bruins. Good evening, everyone. Along with Eddie Olczyk, Mike Emrick, the Habs and the Bruins. And the first time they ever played was December of 1924, but so much to say about this rivalry as it's developed since.
It is must-see television when the Habs and Bruins come together. You think about all the great players that have played for both of these franchises. A lot of excitement in the building tonight.
Let's look at the starting netminders. Tuukka Rask, grandson of a local team goalie in his native Finland, but has a Stanley Cup and an Olympic medal with lots more in front of him. Carey Price from the village of Anaheim Lake, British Columbia. A recent census says 319 people live there. The gold medal standout for Canada at the 2014 Olympics, a former forward in roller hockey, but the goalie of record tonight. The teams are ready, and so are we. Bergeron's the starting center for the Bruins. Drouin's opposite him for Montreal. Wow, what a hit. What a mean. So, as predicted, we have a fight here.
All players have a role, Doc. Two things, accept and execute, and he certainly did that.
There's really no reason for these guys to be dropping the gloves so early, except to try and set the tone for their team tonight. This is going to be... game, and both guys want to inject their energy into the game here.
We have a thrilling evening of hockey ahead. Bergeron's the face-off man for Boston. Drouin's out there to try to beat him for the Canadiens. He won't avoid something for doing that, and so the fight begins.
Now that's the sign of a true teammate.
They've already got the door open for him. They can see that he's hurt.
Terrific action lies ahead. Bergeron's a good face-off man, ready for the Bruins. Drouin, oh, what a hit. There's a code for these things. All right, the fight is on. This is not who he wanted to go with. He wanted the star, didn't get him.
Rivalries ebb and flow, but with these two teams, it always seems to be the same. The games run hot, they're physical, and you always expect that there's going to be a tipping point where you see this. The gloves are down.
Opening face-off is just seconds away. Bergeron sent to the big center ice circle for the Bruins. Drouin's his opposite number for Montreal. And for sure, the task is taken here.
You got a couple. Big human scrap in there.
You knew it was going to come to this pretty quickly as the two teams play. It's always physical. And the temperature gets raised almost immediately. Both of these guys run into each other. They look at...
It's a wonderful night for hockey. Bergeron's ready for the opening face-off for Boston. Drouin's ready to draw for the Canadiens. Oh, he'll pay for that. And we are underway. This should be emotional and fierce. Enough said. Here they go.
You got a couple of big human scraps.
These two teams get together, you can expect the game to run a little hot. Both of these guys feel...
Another terrific night of hockey here. Bergeron's the starting center for the Bruins. Drouin's opposite him for the Canadiens. And we are underway. First period of action, and there'll be plenty of action between these two. The Bruins control at center ice. And the puck goes to Alex Galchenyuk. But he'll pay for that. And for sure, he'll be taken to task.
You got a couple of big humans scrapping there.
Fight is over, and they will go to the box for a rest.
Put your hands down. Get in the box.
McQuaid's rattled after that last fight, guys. He's headed towards the player's box, not to the penalty box.
They win the draw. Good attempt, but a weak stick. Montreal's, he won't avoid something for doing that. And for sure, the task is taken here.
You got a couple of big humans scrapping there.
Rivalries ebb and flow, but with these two teams, it always seems to be the same. The games run hot, they're physical, and you always expect that they're...
The teams are ready, and so are we. Bergeron's the face-off man for the Bruins. Drouin's out there to try to beat him for Montreal. Opening face-off has begun. Another of many contests between these two fierce rivals. Pitching this one to Petrie. It all alone. No team worth its name is going to let that go. Puck covered, whistle blown. And the gloves will come off.
You got a couple of big humans scrapping there.
There's really no reason for these guys to be dropping the gloves so early, except to... try and set the tone for their team tonight. This is good. It's going to be a physical game, and both guys want to inject their energy into the game here.
We have a thrilling evening of hockey ahead. Bergeron's a good face-off man, ready for Boston. Drouin's there for the Canadiens. Nothing in the rule book says you have to like the other guy. These two teams go up against each other yet again. We have begun. The Canadiens arrive at center. Montreal's in their own end and controlling play now. Miller's, and it is payback for that.
You got a couple of big humans scrapping.
Terrific action lies ahead. Bergeron sent to the big center ice circle for the Bruins. Drouin's his opposite number. Wow, that's got to be a call. And so the fight begins.
Now that's the sign of a true team.
Elser's clearly in some anguish here. He's working his way back to the bench, but he's hurt.
Opening faceoff is just seconds away. Bergeron's ready for the opening faceoff for the Bruins. Drouin's ready to draw for Montreal. A fierce rivalry going back years between these two teams. Oh, what a hit. And there is a code for these things. And the end result of what's happened is this. The gloves are down.
It's not about winning or losing the fight. It's about showing up. And he did in a big way.
Rivalries ebb. But with these two teams, it always seems to be the same. The games run hot, they're physical, and you always expect that there's going to be a tipping point where you see this. The gloves are down, and the guys are going at it.
And the bell. It's a wonderful night for hockey. Bergeron's the starting center for Boston. Drouin's opposite him for the Canadiens. We have begun yet another game between these two teams who have quite a past. Let's see what the present's like. The Canadians prevailed again. Made him stumble. Oh, he'll pay for that. Both teams get a minor penalty. And for sure, the task is taken here.
You got a couple of big humans scrapping there.
These two teams get together, you can expect.
Another terrific night of hockey here. Bergeron's the face-off man for the Bruins. Drouin's out there to try to beat him for the Canadians. And we have begun. One in a long list of games between these two teams. That's why we look forward to it. Gets in, and he'll look over his options. Defender held his ground. Puck is loose. No team worth its name is going to let that go. Oh, did he ever get matched? And so, as predicted, we have a fight here.
All players have a role, Doc. Two things, accept and...
The teams are ready, and so are we. Bergeron's a good face-off man, ready for the Bruins. Drouin's there for Montreal. Two teams with a bombastic past, and now a present that looms ahead. Wow, that's got to be a call. That's got to be a penalty. And so the fight begins.
Now that's the sign of a true teammate.
We have a thrilling evening of hockey ahead. Bergeron sent to the big center ice circle for Boston. Drouin's his opposite number for the Canadians. Pastrnak's annoyed. Might be something here. And for sure, he'll be taken to task.
You got a couple of big humans scrapping there.
Well, I can't say I was exactly ready for this. I was halfway through.
Terrific action lies ahead. Bergeron's ready for the opening face-off for the Bruins. Drouin's ready to draw for the Canadians. And we're underway. I've been looking forward to this one. These teams have played a lot of times, and for that reason, this should be fierce.